What's going on, everybody? How are we doing? It is I, the War Guy, and yes, we are live once again. Um, this time we're going to get into something a little more serious, and that is a little bit of politics. I do not like that. You don't have to watch the stream. I don't make you. Um, I couldn't make you. I don't fucking know why I said that. Um, but yeah, welcome in. One thing is for certain. Uh, we've had some pretty crazy shit happen the past couple of weeks. The Charlie Kirk assassination, yesterday, the shooting that happened at an ICE facility. I mean, that's crazy. Like, this has been one crazy, crazy turn of events. I mean, it's what are we doing? Like that's the whole thing. And the reason why I keep looking this way, because right here I have my computer. You're probably wondering what the hell you're sitting on. You're on top of a monitor that is connected to my PS4. So I know my bed looks like shit, and that's because I'm moving stuff around as of right now. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm gonna set some stuff up real quick, and then we'll continue the show. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by, please. Hey, welcome into the stream. Whoever just joined, welcome in. How are we tonight? How are we tonight? I know it's extremely laggy, and that is because my internet is shit. Okay, I think you can tell. Um, so yeah, politics. We live in a crazy time. I mean, we have people on the left and the right going crazy about what the fuck is going on. Um, we have people celebrating the death of an innocent man, who was a husband and father, and I I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, it's the fact that, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, we are so divided as a country right now. And Charlie was right. I mean, shit, Charlie was right. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, once they struck him down, he was stronger than before. I mean, it's even in death, he still wins every time. Like, that's the fucking crazy part about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fact that we have people celebrating a death of a man. Like, okay, let me put it into perspective between the left and the right. When George Floyd died, when George Floyd died, people rioted, destroyed property, burned down buildings, and looted because of George Floyd. Now, I find it crazy that those same people that were looting, rioting, burning buildings down, all this, are now calling the right fascists and Nazis. I think that's personally crazy because when Charlie Kirk got shot, have you seen one riot, one thing of destruction? Like, have you seen any destruction? Have you seen any buildings burning? You see people praying, singing hymns. Yes, bro. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. God rest his soul. That was a great man. People vilified his words. But like it's so fucking crazy. Like the fact that these same people are calling people on the right all these horrid names, and yet they're the ones causing the destruction during whenever somebody on the left dies, right? Like let me put this into a better perspective for you. You see the it's astonishing. Like the way people around the world came together after the death of Charlie Kirk, that was amazing. I mean, if you saw the different ways that people honored Charlie Kirk was crazy. If you haven't seen the video of Erica Kirk's speech, like that's incredible. God bless the Kirk family and God bless Erica and especially her two daughters and God bless Charlie Kirk. But that was incredible. The fact that that woman was able to stand, she could barely stand. I mean, think about that. That's power right there. That's strength. She just lost her husband, and I'm sure she's seen the countless videos of people celebrating that. By the way, if you celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk, you're fucking disgusting. Because people vilified his words 100%. People called him a racist. There wasn't one thing that he did that was racist. Like, you look back at the things that Charlie. Hey, what's up, Douglas? How we doing? We're talking about politics right now. But if you look back at the stuff that Charlie Kirk was saying, I didn't see one thing that was racist, right? People called him a fascist. People called him a racist. People called him all these names, but couldn't prove it. And they still can't. I mean, think about that for a minute. They couldn't prove that. There's no name one thing right now that Charlie Kirk did that was anywhere near a fascist. Anywhere near. I'll wait. Because I'll be here for a while. Thanks, Douglas. Hey, have a good night, brother. God bless. But thank you for the hearts. Thank you. But that's so crazy to me that if you're like a bad person, it's astonishing. Like I can't even put it into words. Like the same people like on the left that are calling people on the right Nazis and fascists and all these things, but can't back their claim of them saying that. Like, is that the new word now? Like, if somebody disagrees with you, is fascist or Nazi the term for it? Like, is this where we're going as a society? Like, what are we doing, man? Like, me personally, I like Trump. I don't agree with everything he says, of course, right? Same thing with Charlie. There were some things I don't agree with, right? But it's crazy that, like, just by saying that, there are people out there that would wish my death and want my death. Like, that's the scary part. There's an individual out there right now whose name is Hassan Piker. And I've seen countless shit over Twitter. I've seen stuff over YouTube. I've seen it on Instagram of this guy who is on the left, talking about how U.S. senators should be assassinated. Anybody who works for ICE should be assassinated. That's the scary shit. Like 100. Hello from Zilufafa. Hey, welcome in. But that's the scary part, that these people think it's okay to go on the internet and say, that's my dog, sorry about that, that go on the internet and publicly say that, oh yeah, people should be assassinated for their opinion, or they think differently, so they should die. That's fucking scary. Like, I get it, freedom of speech at times, right? But that is the scariest shit to think about. That people are actively publicizing this shit and saying that it's okay. Political violence is never okay. It never was. What the fuck is that? No matter the political ideas, no one should be. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is that a fucking rattlesnake? I think I just heard a rattlesnake, guys. I think that's what that was. I don't know where he is, but I think that's what that was. I don't see it anywhere. Okay. That motherfucker was pissed. Holy shit. That dude was pissed. Okay, sorry. Hey, thank you for the like. But as I was saying, enjoy the subscribe. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But that's crazy though, that people are actively saying that this is okay to do. I live in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. We are so blessed. If everyone here or anyone here, sorry, I just ate. America, fuck yeah, let's go. But anybody who actively thinks that it is okay to kill someone for using their First Amendment right deserves to be in fucking prison. Like, everybody has the right to freedom of speech and religion, right? But we can't have that if people are actively going around saying that it is okay to kill people because of what they think is right. It's disgusting. Like, it's so gross. Like, I don't know why people think that it is okay for this. So this guy, Hassan Piker, I've only ever heard of him as of recently. And this guy goes on the internet saying this shit like it's a regular conversation. And there are people who are cheering that on. If you don't like this, if you don't, Jesus, fuck, I need something to drink. If you don't like this great country that we live in here in the United States, don't say like get rid of America or I hate America or if anything like that. If you don't like America, why are you here? Charlie Kirk brought up a good point where if you're like there was somebody who came on one of his debates at a college. I forgot which one it was, but wait, what are you saying? That's so right. Which one? Which part? Sorry, I just trying to clarify. But the crazy thing is that there was a person wearing a mask who had long hair, right? Who was a leftist, went in front of him and said, "Do you like America?" And he said, "I love this country. I love America." And his response, and this leftist's response was, "I hate America." The crowd booed him. But that's the scary fucking part. If you live in the United States and don't like it, you shouldn't be here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's what you were talking about. I was like, wait, what? So, um, but yeah, so this person, right? And that's the scary fucking part where this person says, "I hate America, but I won't leave." What? So, if you don't like it here, why are you still here and refuse to leave? It's the same thing where it's like people trying to say how like communism and socialism works. Oh, it's a one of these clips I'm just kind of messing with. But it's the same thing. It's like these people who say, "Oh, it would work. That would work," and completely dismisses the fact like they're legitimately the Babylon Bee made a kind of like a skit or like a I don't know if it was like a genuine thing. I would think it was real. I mean, if you look back in history about all the places that was under socialism and communism, it's never worked. And millions, and I mean millions of people have died, right? In those countries, you don't have freedom of speech. The people say, "Oh, it's everything's cheaper and everything is great." What part of anything, what part of any of that sounds good to you? I mean, think about it. If you've seen or read the book Mao Zedong's Little Red Book or heard about it, holy shit! I have an original copy that I read. That is some fucked up shit. It killed so many. One book. Think about that for a minute, chat. One book took the lives of many. So think about that. In the past, all these countries, like in the past, all these countries, every country has their own propaganda, right? Every country does, no matter what. And it's the fact that over time that propaganda has obviously changed, right? In the past, there were books, posters, uh, radio, even before that, you know what I mean? But now that the media is in the palm of your hands and whatever you're watching is in, you can get so much propaganda from any side. And people vilify that propaganda and people believe it. Think about how fucking scary that is. Like, examples USSR, East Germany, and several others. Yeah, that right there. That is a great fact, General Tony. That is a great example of what I'm talking about. In the USSR, if you spoke against the government, you would be shot or you would be tortured or sent to a gulag. Modern example, North Korea. Especially, they're a communist dictatorship. Now, that just goes to show, right? People call the country of America horrible and awful, right? But you look back, if you look at a map and you see North and South Korea is capitalist, North Korea is communist, and they're a communist dictatorship. Look at them at night. What do you see? You see one side that is thriving. Thriving. People are happy, doing what they want to do, getting the jobs they want. They're living carefree. Everything is great. And you look at North Korea under a communist dictatorship. You see what I'm saying? At night, it's dark. Everywhere has a picture of their leader that they have to praise every single day. Every day. That's fucking terrifying. And there are people who think that is a genuinely good idea to live in. What part of any of that sounds remotely good? What part of any of that? On the side of North Korea, we already went over South Korea. On the side of North Korea, the government chooses what job you get. They have to praise their leader every single day. There is no freedom of speech at all. If you spoke badly about the government, if you spoke bad about the government, you would be killed or sent to a concentration camp or a labor camp. It's the same thing. But you get what I'm saying. Who the fuck would want to live in that? It's the same thing with the left, right? Like over time, I've been called so many names under the sun because I like Trump. Okay? I'll say it right now. If you don't like that and you want to unsubscribe, go for it. I don't want to hear it. Okay? If you want to speak your mind, speak your mind. But why? But why are the left always weaponizing everything? They weaponize everything. What do I mean by everything gets weaponized? Now, what I mean is, if you, like, as of recently, if you look back on my channel, on the video that's labeled as I'm disappointed, if you want to watch that, watch it later after the stream or right now, I don't really care. But you're going to want to hear this, right? Hey, welcome in, welcome. If you look back at the video where it says I'm disappointed, I wasn't joking. I like Trump personally. If you don't like that, you can leave, right? I don't want to hear it. But personally, I have been verbally attacked by people of the left. It happens more often than you think. Earlier today, I was talking to my American Gov teacher about what happened at the ICE facility in Dallas. God bless the souls. Now, as I was talking about it, the first thing that an individual, I'm not going to say who, obviously, because we're streaming, We're going to call this guy Nike. We're going to call him Nike. All right. No, we're not going to call him Nike. No, that's a stupid name. Mike. We're going to call him Mike. That's not anywhere close to his name, by the way. We're going to call him Mike. Now, this guy, Mike, immediately turns around after I said, "Oh, yeah, did you hear about what happened in Dallas about the ICE agents that got shot at by some dude on a roof with a rifle?" And this dude, this guy, Mike, turns around at me. He's wearing his hood over him, right? And he turns around, looks me in the eyes, and goes, "Good." What? Huh? Like, out loud in the middle of the class says, "Good." Like, think about that for a second. The same people who are calling the right fascists and Nazis are the same people who are saying good and celebrating the deaths of individuals. That's fucking wild. Like, it's basically the term of you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like, it's that sad. Like, why can't we just have normal political discussions with one another? If you believe in one side, go for it. If you believe in another side, let's talk. We don't have to argue. We don't have to fight. We don't have to wish death upon people. People on the right, like myself, I'm nice to you. Even if you don't like me and you tell me to go hurt myself because I like a certain side of something, I will still hold a door open for you. I will still talk to you. I will still care. Right? Like, it's the saddest thing. It's so sad. Sorry, I'm tired. Been a long day. But it's just, what are we doing? You know what I mean? It's, I don't even know where to start, right? So back to the whole thing about this guy, Mike, right? Let's talk about Mike for a minute. Now, this dude previously also accused me of, what a shocker, being a quote, fascist, Nazi, Jew hating individual. Something like that, something along those lines. And that was during the election time. All I said was is that I'd support Trump right now over Kamala Harris. That's all I said. Nothing hateful, nothing of the sort. This dude started going around to different groups telling people that I did the Nazi salute over and over and over again, which I never did. Ever. Never did. Like, I brought up the fact that there were also some people who believed in socialism, right? Who were also siding with Mike and calling me these things. So you see that flag over there. Sorry, that one right there. I almost pointed at the American flag. It's not the American flag. If you see that flag back there, that is the Prussian naval ensign. That is Prussian. That was before the time of the Nazis. Way before. Has nothing to do with it. You see that little box right there that I'm pointing at? A little box with the things hanging from it. That right there is a World War One Iron Cross, dated 1914. Yes, I do own relics. No, not 1917. That was before that. That was before that. Was I think it was like the 1890s. I believe is when they first started using that flag. I'm not entirely sure. Don't fucking quote me on that. Um, I'd have to look back. However, um, that is a real Iron Cross back there. Now, I used to wear an Iron Cross necklace. Not the metal with the ribbon, nothing like that. A World War One. It's really not hard to, man. It's really easy to get into it, but I'll get into that in a minute. I do want to talk about that. Um, but it was not a ribbon. It was just a dog tag chain with a reproduction Iron Cross. World War One, or no, not even World War One. Sorry, 1870, the Franco-Prussian War. 1813. That was 1813. That was also on the other side of the thing. Yeah, no, that's fair, man. That's 100% fair. Um, so I would wear that because it is my heritage. I have family that came from Ireland, Italy, Prussia, well, Germany, right? Poland. I have a lot of European heritage. And I wore that because it is, well, my heritage. I am not a Nazi. I am not a white supremacist. I am not any of these things. Not even close. I just love history. As you can tell by the tism. Anyways, um, but it's crazy, right? And that was in the background. That flag was in the background of, I don't know if it was a post that I did or it was on my it was seen on my channel. And keep in mind, we'll call this guy Steve. We're gonna call this guy no, not Steve. I don't like Steve. Let's do fucking Michael. We're going with the Mikes today. Or no, not Michael. What do we do? What kind of name? Just give me a random name. Steven. Let's go with Steven. So Steven, this guy Steven, he used to be my editor for my channel. Frederick. We're not going to use Frederick. This guy used to be my editor, and as soon as the election came about and all these things went down, this guy decided to just completely flip the script. Now you're probably thinking, what do I mean by that? Now this guy decided to basically fuck around and find out. Now, what I mean by that is this guy, we kept getting into arguments about like, oh, it's all these things, and we would call each other, names and stuff like that, and we would pass each other by over time, right? Now, there was one time outside, it was just after PE class, and it was last year, so that would have been after that would have been after basketball. So I'll get into the whole story about that. But we got into an argument, and he was like, at least I don't have a Nazi flag hanging up in my room. Just out loud says this shit in front of, I would say, a good 3-4 dozen people. Just out loud. Well, at least I don't have a Nazi flag hanging up in my room. What? By the way, that's coming from a socialist, by the way. Now, I told him, I literally screamed at him. I was so mad. I hated when people call me that shit. Because I bring up the fact, why would I support something that my family fought in wars against? Now you're thinking, why do you do World War One stuff? Didn't your family serve in World War One? Yes. However, there's a difference between the Nazis and the Prussians. Well, yeah, the Prussians. I was trying to think of something else, but no. Now, in World War One, Germany was seen as the bad guy, but they were not. I've made TikToks about it. If you look at my TikToks, but Germany, Frederick Wilhelm II, he tried to stop the war. He didn't want it. He did not want the war at all. Germany got dragged into the war that they didn't even start. Germany was not the bad guy because he was being a good ally. Well, it's not even it's not even that. It's also the fact that Frederick Wilhelm II, right? When a Serbian individual shot Archduke Ferdinand, right? It sparked up a whole bunch of shit, right? Now Germany was allied with Serbia, and so, or no, they were allied with Austro-Hungary. They didn't want the war at all, but Germany got dragged into that, right? Yes, my family did fight in World War One. I have a good amount of people who were in it, who fought against the Germans, right? But again, Germany was not the bad guy. I mean, yes, there were times like the whole thing with Belgium, that was a little much. I don't justify anything that they did there. But that just goes to show that all it takes is one hateful individual to take the life of somebody and spark up a whole bunch of problems. Think about that for a second. Like, that's fucking crazy. Why do we only talk about German war crimes in World War One and not Canada's? That's a good point. Canada, holy shit. The amount of shit that Canada did in World War One, I don't get, like, for me, I don't care if you're the victor, right? Like, that doesn't excuse crimes against humanity. Right? Like, yes, I have a nickname called the war crime. Uh yeah. So thanks, Tony. That actually brings up a great point. I made a meme about this on TikTok where the Canadians were throwing cans of food that had grenades in them. Starving Germans were begging for food, and they just slaughtered them. And were there other shit that they did too? Like they did a lot of shit. The Canadians were known to be fucking horrifying. Like, I'm not just saying like scary, like horrifying, especially in combat. The Germans called them Sturmtruppen or Sturmtrupp, right? The Germans had their own Sturmtruppen, which if you see back there, that helmet, let's see if I can get it kind of like right on top of it. At the tip of my finger, right there, at the tip of my finger, I have yeah, I never mess with a Canadian. That's why I'm friends with them. Anyways, but yeah, so that is a Sturmtruppen helmet. The Germans had their own, right? Which it's a flashlight. You been drinking tonight, sir? License and registration. Sir, I'm not gonna ask you again. No, I'm just messing with you. No, officer. But no, that just goes to show. I mean, the Germans called them stormtroopers because they were fucking mean in combat, right? Same thing with like the Devil Dogs. They obviously didn't do shit like uh the fucking Canadians, right? Now, There's a joke, obviously, with the Geneva Convention being a Geneva suggestion, right? Retreat, hell, wait, retreat, hell, we just got here. But it's so fucking crazy to me. Hey, welcome into the stream. Welcome, welcome. Um, but that's the craziest thing about it. Now, back to the whole thing with this guy Mike, right? We're gonna call him Mike. Now, this guy knows that I collect military stuff, right? That I'm a military nerd, that I know about politics, and that I know all these things, and he fucking weaponized it against me. That's what the left does. They weaponize. They can't make a good point, so they weaponize and vilify. I mean, it's not even up for debate. That's just look at what's been going on. Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. There was a woman, or the woman on the train, Arena. I'm sorry if I butchered that. God rest her soul. That people were legitimately saying that, oh, she was white, so who cares? What? I beg your pardon? Think about it like this. That woman came from Ukraine to get away from the war, came in legally. She was a legal citizen and got killed in a place where she could be safe. And people were trying to justify that. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Bro, I don't know what the fuck to do now. Like, if we went into a civil war, I wouldn't be fucking shocked. Not even a little bit. I mean, that's fucking scary. That's fucking scary. Like, there are people on the left who are saying, oh, yeah, let's make Republicans and conservatives scared. Why? What the fuck? Like, biggest question is who fires the first shot in the Civil War? Like, that's a good point. And, like, for all we know, it could have already fucking happened. It wouldn't, I feel like the Civil War wouldn't last very long with the right taking over completely. That's fucking scary, dude. There was a thing I saw on, I forgot what the page was, but it was about different militias, right, between the left and the right, in case, or something about Civil War and stuff like that. My money is probably gonna, is probably, wait, what? My money? Probably a lefty, to be honest. My money is probably a lefty. Your money? What are you talking about? Money? What are you talking about? Um, but that just goes to fucking show how fucking scary of a time that we live in. Like, I saw the thing, or fuck, what was I talking about? Fuck, I just zoned out. Sorry, guys. Shit. That's in a bed. Sorry, my English sucks. Hey, if you need to go to bed, dude. Please get some rest. Please, please, please. Like, that is scary. Nah, the left could not. when oh, the militias, yes. Um there was legitimately a it showed the difference between a militia on the left and one on the right. The right showed Christian families, right, that taught their kids at a young age how firearms operated and proper gun safety, right, and taught them how it worked, taught them how to keep it safe, and all this kind of stuff, right, which is amazing. Because as somebody who grew up in a military family, it is good to know these things for future information, right? Because you never know. You never fucking know. And they lock them up. They lock up the firearms so that their children cannot get into them. They are raised in proper families, right? And then it showed the left. And I have never been more disgusted than right there. I mean, it literally goes against American principles. Like I have no other words for that. Like legitimately though, okay. Let me break it down. It first shows a trans individual, right, and this individual all over their apartment has Fidel Castro posters all over the walls, a Palestine flag right down in the middle of the hallway hanging up. There's trans flags everywhere, pro communist posters, a Soviet flag, and guess what kind of weapon they use. Just try to guess what firearm they had. It's really not that hard. Take the information that I told you and kind of piece it together. Like I'll give you one. I'll give you no. It's not that. And I'll give you another shot. Think about this, right? Think about the fact that they have Fidel Castro posters, a USSR flag, a like pro-communist posters on the wall. Yeah, you got it. An AK-47. Like, and these are the same people that are calling the right fascists and dictators. And yet you're literally wearing and this person had their full gear on. This trans individual had their full gear on that had like uh fucking stickers on the gun of like some LGBT stuff. By the way, if you're LGBT and all that, whatever, I'm gonna call you by what you were born with. Okay. I'm not getting into the whole Zer Zazem. Like that shit's gonna give me a seizure. Like people are gonna be like, oh, that's homophobic. That's homophobic. Oh my god, I'm offended. What is this air? So that's what I'm saying. And the thing is too, that's fucking crazy is the fact that these people, again, are calling the right dictators and fascists and Nazis, and yet you're literally flying the flag, the same fucking flag of of many communist dictators. It's fucking baffling. What do you not see? Have these people read history books? Like, seriously, have these people ever read a fucking history book? I'm not just talking about the deaths in war, I'm talking about civilian deaths. I find it funny between the media where they're saying, like, with the whole Dallas shooting that happened recently, they were like, we don't know the motive. Fuck you mean you don't know the motive on the actual thing? And this is funny. I wanted to bring this up. the actual fucking statement from one thing that said the rifle used in the incident was a M1 Garand style rifle. Which at first I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, that's fucking insulting. A American rifle that helped us win the war in Europe and in fucking Asia during World War II being used by a communist leftist to kill American law enforcement officers. But then I looked at the specific picture of the ammunition that was found next to the body of the individual. Keep in mind, this piece of shit individual who carried out this horrific act took their own life, so they didn't have to face justice. That is some pussy ass shit right there. Now, when they say, and I was looking at the stripper clip. It was a stripper clip. If you don't know what that is, it typically holds ammunition. You push it down into the gun, and etc. Right? Think about this for a second. That's fucking crazy that it calls it a World War II M1 Garand style rifle. If you know the M1 Garand, it's a M block clip loading rifle. It's an M block clip. If you don't know what an M block clip, yeah, it is not the same clip, right? And people are like, "Oh yeah, where's my Nerf gun? I do not have a Nerf gun with me to show." But my neck hurts. Eesh, ow, eesh. Okay, I'm good. That's a World War One Springfield. Thank you. Finally, that's what I was going to say. It is probably an old Springfield rifle. You know what would be genuinely funny? I know this is a fucked up situation, but if it was a Mosin Nagant and they said we don't know the motive, come on. On one of the rounds from the stripper clip, I think it was the fourth round, you can see anti-ice written on it. Does that sound kind of familiar to recent events that have happened? Like, does that sound familiar to anybody? Where somebody wrote on the casings of ammunition to kill others? So this individual, I'm not going to say this person's name. It does not deserve to have its name out there, right? Um, they went through their online presence. It has communist shit all over it, all over it, and they say we don't know the motive. Huh? What? It's the same. It's so stupid. Like when Charlie Kirk was shot on, was it MSNBC? It was either on MSNBC or CNN. I think it was CNN. They said, "Oh, it was a fan firing off their gun into the air in celebration." You're saying that somebody had a firearm on a campus, on a school campus, firing off rounds into the air in celebration? That only somehow it was a singular round that just happened to hit Charlie's neck? What? You're saying that was in celebration? How are you able to tell people that shit? Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. God bless the Kirk family. Seriously. Charlie did not deserve that at all. His family was there, man. And that's another point I wanted to bring up. there was a thing I saw on YouTube, um, and it was a individual who was also a leftist. What a shocker! Who was saying, uh, the rifle was found next to the body, is what I've heard, which obviously would make sense. The dude took himself out. Um, but there was an individual of the left, again, shocker, who was legitimately saying this. Okay, are you ready? This is not a lie. This is not defamation. This is the 100%, I quote. Okay? Are you guys ready for that? Like, I don't even want to say it. I really don't. Like, I don't even want to fucking say this shit. Then how did they not know that it wasn't that one? Are they stupid? Probably. Probably. They probably haven't disclosed what it is. I already pretty much know what it is. I think we can figure it out. Um, but I even want to say it? No, seriously, like, do I want to say this? I'm gonna have to kind of like censor myself a little bit. Um, but here, I'm gonna grab. I have a World War II M block clip from an M1 Garand. I do not own any firearms, but I have this one because it was gifted to me a while back. Don't want to, you don't have to. I know. But I want to give you guys the information that you guys rightfully deserve. Um, this individual made a quote talking about the Charlie Kirk assassinations. Assassinations. There were more than one. The Charlie Kirk assassination. Forgive me. And it was fucking vile. And these same people that are saying this are also questioning why they lost the election and why Kamala isn't president. And you're looking at it. You are looking at it square in the eyes as if it were a demon. The hateful comments, the things that people are saying. So I'll show you right here. This is an M block clip. Right? Now, this is what's used in an M1 Garand, right? It's pretty chunky. I mean, it's thin, but it's got some good distance. This holds eight individual rounds. In the picture that the government released, only showed five on a single bronze stripper clip. Now, toss that. Oh, I missed. I suck. Okay. Nothing like the image and pictures. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right? So no, it was not an M1 Garand rifle. But if it was an M1 Garand and this dude just had that, that wouldn't shock me. If they thought that would work. A 1903 clip in an M1 Garand. If I put both together, does that work? But that just goes to show. And this individual said this. Charlie Kirk deserved it. This is not the direct quote. I don't remember the exact quote. But it went on something along the lines of this. Charlie Kirk deserved it. The wife deserves to go too. And so do the children. Are you fucking serious? You went online. Online. Yeah, I know. This person, this individual said that online. Say goodbye to any future fucking jobs or schooling. To the people that are losing their jobs because of saying shit like, oh, Charlie deserved it and shit like that. You fucking deserve that. There are people who were chanting and celebrating and singing that Charlie was dead. And for what? The guy was not a political opponent. He just spoke his mind and stayed true to his faith. And you shot him for it. Like, oh my God. That's fucking sickening. Fucking sickening. There's another thing I want to bring up. Is with the whole ICE and immigration thing, right? A lot of people are comparing the ICE agents to the Gestapo. Now, if you do not know what the Gestapo is, it was the Nazi secret police, right? Now, the same people that are saying this shit probably have never, ever read a history book. Probably never. Because, again, as you can tell, I study this. I can safely tell you that ICE is nothing like the Gestapo. Not even fucking close. Let me ask you this. Is ICE going around and rounding up gays? Are they doing public executions in the streets? Are they lining people up against walls and shooting them? Fuck no. Are they sending these people to concentration camps? Fuck no. Not even close. Like, oh my God. Like, these people at least do research before making a fucking claim. Like, it's not hard for me to make claims about this because I fucking read about this. I study this shit. I have never been more disgusted at these fucking comments. Like, there was a thing on the news where somebody said they were doing Gestapo-like tactics. Okay, well, let me tell you this real quick. You've seen videos of ICE agents jumping out of the backs of trucks and grabbing these people, whatever, right? The Gestapo would just show up to your house. They wouldn't need to jump out of the back of vehicles at all. They wouldn't need to. They would have already fucking been there. There's a interesting point. It's not the Gestapo, but there were a scene of auxiliary police for an occupied country, which was Ukraine. Is it a show or a movie? I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't tell you for sure or to be exact. Generation War, or no, Generation War with the Germans. People often ask me, why do I like watching movies and shows about the Germans or the enemy? And that's because I like to know what the enemy was going through. Because those tell stories too that we have to remember, so therefore history does not repeat. That's the crazy part about it, is that during one scene, the Ukrainian auxiliary police were on the back of a truck. They got dropped off, went into a building, tore the people out of their homes, beat them, and put them up against a wall because they were Jewish, right? that, and do you see, and with that being said, um, a SS officer, I don't know which rank it was. I'm not huge into All Is Quiet on the Western Front is a great movie. Yes, that is a great one. The original and the new one is both, they're both great. Um, but that just goes to show, right fucking there, right? The officer, right, gives a little girl something who's walking away. Or no, this little girl was walking away from the group, right? Like trying to slip away, right? I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, come on. You're watching your family and friends are getting beaten because of their race, right? Like, think about that for a second. Like, that's fucking horrifying, to say the least. I mean, I don't even know how to describe that. So this girl tries to walk away from the main group of where they were, and the head of the auxiliary police snatches her up, hits her over the head, and a German soldier screams like, "Hey, stop! Put her down!" Right? A German Wehrmacht soldier, right? So obviously, a lot of the times the Wehrmacht, right? A lot of people. Okay, how am I going to word this? I don't want this to come out wrong, right? The Wehrmacht was bad, right? Just as bad as the SS. They were not any better. However, not everybody in the German army was bad. A lot of people were forced into service, right? And if you didn't, you would go to jail, beaten, and your family possibly killed, right? And some people joined because they thought, okay, I'm going to do something for my country and get the benefit, shit like that, right? Obviously, every military gives you benefits once you go in, right? Especially here in the US. But over there in Germany, they just got out, like recently, or not recently, but, their country was fucked up during the Great Depression. They got fucked up, right? I mean, to think about that, they thought it was great, right? But sorry, I'm getting off track. Holy shit. Okay. Right? Everything is different. Anyway, so this guy grabs this little girl, they put her down, right? Or the SS officer walks up to this man with the girl, tells him, put it down. War did mess with Germany. Yeah, it did. It messed with a lot of countries too. Like even the US, like we had a lot of fucking debt after World War II. Or not debt, but like it costed a fuck ton, right? Now, to think about it like this, right? This guy, the SS officer, talks to the Wehrmacht a little bit, and after they part ways, the SS officer shoots the little girl in the face. Do you see ICE doing that at all? Do you see them doing that? Yes, they're grabbing people, right? Are they fucking killing them? No, right? Like that, it's not even, it's fucking crazy. Later on in the war, the Gestapo was hanging people from light poles with signs around their necks. I mean, that's fucking horrifying. Like, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck is going on? What are we doing? I don't even I'm messing with one of these things, the carabiner, little hook, thing. Um, it's horrifying, man. It really, really is. Yeah, I watched a series, The Liberator, and it showed a hanging scene. Yeah, that fucking happened. Do you see ICE agents hanging people because they use their freedom of speech? It's fucking it makes me physically sick to my stomach that people are comparing American law enforcement to these awful fucking people. I mean, what are we doing? Why can't we just be Americans again? We do not live in an authoritarian government. People have claimed, especially Mike, that guy Mike I was talking about earlier, claims that we're in an authoritarian government. Not even fucking close. I mean, that makes me physically sick. I mean, that in and of itself, it makes me sad. Like, yeah, can we have Teddy Roosevelt? That would be good. If we had Teddy Roosevelt as president, fuck yeah. But like, I am so disappointed and ashamed at where we've come to as a country. Trump is trying to make this a better place, and by God, is he gonna fucking do it? Right? Do you know why he's closing our borders and enforcing ICE agents? It's because he doesn't want us to end up like Europe. If you saw Donald Trump's speech about um, the immigration around the world, he said that your countries are going to hell because you're not doing anything about it. Because over there in Europe, they've completely opened their borders, and their countries have turned into third world countries. They're disgusting. They're trash. They're trashed. Women and girls are too scared to leave their houses in fear of getting AR'd. I'm not going to say because it's YouTube, but what kind of fucking world is it that you would want to live in that? I mean, that's fucking saddening. God bless the world, please. We need something. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up this yap session. Um, 'Cause I'm getting tired. My throat hurts. I'm exhausted. Thank you, General, for watching this. Also, by the way, um, in the servers, let people know how the stream was. Like, give a review so they know. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America. God bless every country in the world. Okay? We do. We do. And God bless the Kirk family. God bless you, Charlie Kirk. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for everything, Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk, stay strong. Okay? You are a great woman. You're strong. You're powerful. Don't let people tell you anything. I will safely tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I am Charlie Kirk. We will pick up Charlie's bloody microphone and we will continue what he started and letting people have the freedom of speech that they deserve here in the great country of the United States of America. Once again, God bless every single one of you. God bless Charlie Kirk. God bless Erica Kirk. And God bless your two daughters. That being said, thank you guys for coming to the stream and letting me yap. I will close this out. But one thing I want to tell you, don't let other people tell you what you can and cannot think. Don't ever let it happen. God bless you all. Okay. And I mean that seriously. I know this is kind of an emotional moment, but it's like, in these times, like, I want everyone to be safe. That goes for if you're on the left or the right. I mean, I love every single person. I love you all. There are people that I do not care for, right? Which are horrible pieces of shit. Like child predators, of course, right? Now fuck them, right? Kill them. I don't care, right? That's not political. That's humanitarian, right? That's fucking horrible. It's I'm disgusted. Truly disgusted. If you're on the left, I will still care about you. Just like Charlie Kirk, he was not a man of hate. But if you cheered about his death, or made jokes about his death, you deserve everything bad that happens to you. Once again, God bless you all. God bless every single one of you. God bless the Kirk family. With that being said, until next time, we'll meet again. Good night.